Hey everybody, we're going to do an all signs what to expect for the weekend of March 21st. Luna just came over and laid down. Um, Please remember roles can be reversed or flip-flopped throughout. I do go by elements here, fire, earth, air, and then to water. I go each element into the fixed sign, the cardinal, and then the mutable signs. Um, please remember, I do not focus solely on romantic energies. So, given that everything is energy, it could be literally anything. Um, please remember that. Okay. So, I have been kind of MIA the last couple weeks just because there's been a lot of family stuff going on and weather stuff going on. So yeah, here we are. I have a new table in here. Well, not a new table, it's actually an old table, but I changed it out so you guys can see the cards. I cannot see the chat from way back here because I'm a little bit blind, so just a little. Um, I will check out the chat after. I can see there's comments, but I just can't see them. It's blurry, so I have it set far enough back so you guys can see the cards whenever I start doing them. So I think that's it. Weekends are pretty simple. They're short, sweet. Well, sometimes sweet. Um, I draw one card representing you, one card representing the energy you're dealing with, and then one for the connection. And then I clarify with 3 cards for each. Again, please remember, I don't solely focus on romantic love, okay? Um, what else? I think that's it. Oh, I do ask for the prominent energy that you're dealing with that you can use the most help with. That can sometimes be a little negative because usually people don't need help with something that's amazing or abundant or beautiful or, all of that. If that is something you do need help with, then I would recommend a therapist to deal with some kind of imposter syndrome, in all honesty. So, and I'm not being a dick, that's my background is in psychology. So, I'm trying to help people through the ruts of life. And yeah, so if you want to wait for a more positive all signs reading, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But again, I'm trying to help people through the rough times. Anyways, all right, so that being said, let's get started. The end. That was a very long intro. Dun, 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 dun. I will check out the chat whenever I am done because I cannot, like I said, I cannot see. I can't see it. I can barely see the time. Oh, God. Okay, let's get started. Leo. Can you guys see? Well, can y'all hear me okay? I have the mic hooked up, but I don't think I've used it with StreamYard. Not this mic anyway, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. How is everybody? Hey, Mojo. Hey, Doris, Miriam. Wendy and Hallow. God, I cannot see. Shit. I can't see. Ah. The cards are being weird. There we go. Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. The Five of Swords. There we go. For the Queen of Wands, we've got the Ten of Wands, the Fool, Queen of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the Chariot, and then let me get the Five of Swords, the Temperance, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're more focused on the outward parts of you versus the emotional aspect. I do feel like you are... How do I word that? it's almost like you're more, I don't want to say worried because I'm not feeling worried. I just feel like you're more focused on the exterior parts of things. So, say for example, you're dealing with a new relationship, you're not necessarily in the loving stages yet. It's more like, okay, let's see where this goes, let's explore this, blah, blah, blah. If it's not that, if it's more of a gym thing, you're more like a exterior, like for yourself, it's more like, all right, let's focus on my body or our body, like whatever, versus the emotional aspects. I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to give different examples to explain the energy. The energy is the same, it's just going to manifest differently for people. Um, it does look like you feel good in this, the Queen of Wands. However, in the emotional aspect, not so great because of the Ten of Wands. I do feel like it's because of something you're overcoming or trying to unpack and kind of leave behind at this point. It almost feels like you want to be free of this situation, whatever it is or was to you. Um, I do feel like the energy of love here is available. It just feels very um, almost pushed back a little bit. And not in a bad way. It just feels like it's not necessarily the focus right now, at least for this weekend. Again, it is just a couple days. Now, for the energy tied up to you with the Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. This is an interesting energy. I don't feel like this one is physically... Is it physically here? I don't know if it's physically here. I'm not feeling it, but doesn't mean that it's not. Maybe they're just not here this weekend. I don't know. But it feels like one that is, you know how like you're in the Queen of Wands, they're in the Knight. So it almost feels like a step down. So you might view them as a little... We fire signs are very... Let's get shit done. So I don't want to say slower because it doesn't feel slow. They've got the Knight of Wands and the Chariot here. However, it feels... How do I word that? It doesn't feel as fast as you, even though they do have the fastest cards here. They feel like a step or two behind you for some reason. And I'm not sure what this is, if you guys are working together on something or what exactly, but they just feel a little bit behind here. I do feel like they feel like if they don't pick up the pace, you might end up leaving this energy behind, which is kind of weird, again, because they've got these fast cards here. I just don't feel it. I also feel like they feel that you are not emotionally 100% available at this time because of the Page of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel like that's why they're kind of a few steps back here. It also could generate a little bit of conflict or possibly an argument or not seeing things eye to eye here. There's a lot of Wands energy. I'm being drawn to the Temperance card, the pouring into the cup here. It almost feels like you're both, it feels like still learning each other, like still trying to figure out what balances or ticks the other person or something. Again, I don't know what this is necessarily. It could be a family dynamic. It could be a romantic thing. I honestly don't know. So that's what I have for you this weekend. Again, it's just the weekend. It's just a couple days. So Sunday, I should be able to get back on for another live for the week. I know. It's been a rocky couple weeks right now. Okay, Aries. All right. Ten of Pentacles for you. Four of Wands for them. The King of Pentacles for the connection. Let me see the Ten of Pentacles. Whoa. The Hangman. The World. The Two of Wands. They've got the Ace of Cups. The Moon. The King of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. On the surface, everything looks really good. It looks very promising for something to come together in a stable kind of way. It also looks very... I'm getting paper. It looks really good on paper. Like if things were to work out with whatever the situation is, it would be like... it would be amazing. What's interesting here is that there's some kind of a delay here. And I do feel like, and this is on your side because of the Hangman over the Ten of Pentacles, there's a delay on this new beginning here with the World. It almost feels like something from the past you're looking towards. I'm being drawn here. You see how... let me show you. You see how he's looking out into the distance? I'm being drawn to the distance part. This one being behind him, off to the side a bit, I'm getting to the past for some reason. There's some kind of looking back here, and I'm not sure if it's a past situation within this dynamic or if it's another one, and that's what's causing the delay, because you haven't fully closed the door on something in order for this new beginning to start, which is usually the case. Can't fill your cup if it's already full. So, yeah. Now with this, whoever this is to you, it does look like there is some kind of logical... it almost feels like reason to move or to commit in a particular direction. I'm curious why the Moon. Where is my... because it almost looks secretive. And I'm not sure if this, whatever this is to you, is being kept secret on both sides. Or if this is a past situation and it's hidden from you right now, that they have moved on for whatever reason. Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. Interesting. Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. This is an energy that is looking at rebuilding. Again, they are matching here in regards to the whole logical aspects. It makes sense to... I'm getting move on, in all honesty. So I do feel like this is an energy from the past. I don't know if this is... I'm getting it's an energy from the past. So what about the new energy with the World? Because I'm getting there's confusion here on what to invest in, like who to partner with. Is it the past or the new? And if you haven't been thinking about this person or whatever, and you're just like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Okay, then don't take it. Ace of Swords, the Wheel, King of Wands, the Emperor, Six of Cups here. You know how I said there needs to be a door to close before this one opens, the World? This is the door that needs to be closed in order for this new action here with the Ace of Swords to start in a new beginning. Interesting, especially with the Emperor here with you. I don't know if you start to think about this person, if you start dreaming about this person this weekend, what exactly is being triggered this weekend, but I am seeing a trigger and a questioning of either one. And I do feel like there's going to be some confusion here with the Two of Swords. So just be aware of it. I don't know if it has anything to do with retrograde or the millions of things that are in retrograde at this time. I would just be aware of it, meditate a little more, and kind of dive in and see what hasn't been processed or what still needs to be at this time in order for you to either revisit the situation if that's what you feel is best, or to move on if that's what you feel is best. Okay, Saggy. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear my dryer, but it's just started singing, and it like startled me because I was like, "What is singing?" Oh yeah. Oh good. All right, Saggy. Oh. 10 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. The Hierophant. You know what's funny is that when I saw this card and I was coming out, it was wherever, it was here, and I tried to grab it then, but I accidentally closed it. But everything happens for a reason. That's hilarious. So, okay. Let me see the 10 of Cups. Queen of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. The Moon. Wow. The Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Knight of Wands. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. 9 and 10, 9 and 10. 8, 9, and 10, technically. 8, 9, 10. Who is back and forth? Someone's back and forth, and I can't figure out who it is because it feels like there's a progression between working on it with the 8 of Pentacles and then walking away from it with the 8 of Cups. And then we're turning right back around because the Knight of Wands is facing in, away from the 8 of Cups over the Hierophant. So it's almost like, let's work on this, let's not work on this. Let's work on this, let's not work on this. But this is in the connection. So it's almost like a back and forth. I'm not sure if one specifically does it more than the other, or if you both do. Or if one did it so frequently that now it's almost like, do you even want it anymore? Do you want to put in the effort into something or someone that was in and out in the first place? Now for this one, it feels like even though you have love for whoever, whatever this is, it's almost like I feel a drawing of boundaries here with the Queen of Swords very strongly. I know the 9 of Wands isn't here with her, but that's what I feel. It's almost like if you don't like it, there's the door with the 5 of Pentacles. And it's like, it is what it is. I'm done. I'm done with it. Now, what's interesting is that with the Moon to the 5 of Pentacles, I do feel like this is a hard thing for you to enforce, your boundaries. But you're not letting it on, letting it to be seen, I guess is the word. Letting it on, letting it be seen. Be transparent, I don't know. with whoever, whatever this is to you. Again, I don't know the context of this, so I don't know if this is a romantic thing, if this is a parent-child dynamic, a sibling, a friendship, I don't know. But I'm seeing you doing your best to implement boundaries here, and it's very hard for you to do that for some reason. I feel like you're done with it. It's like you're wanting to, but it's just, I feel like at times you just get fucking tired. To be honest with you, it feels like, damn. So now what's interesting here is with this energy, they want the ultimate stability. They want emotional stability. They want all of these beautiful things here with you. Why am I not seeing the support though? It almost feels like they're a step back in the emotional departments. So I don't know if they're just not self-aware enough as you, or there's something here where it's almost like yours is almost all encompassing and they're just a little bit behind here. I do feel like they grasp the concept of the need for stability, but for some reason the emotional one is like a step or two back is what I'm feeling. So I'm not really sure why I'm feeling that, but that's what I'm feeling. So okay. What? All right, Taurus. How is everybody? I still can't see the chat. I have my optometry appointment in I think it's like 3 weeks. I think it's 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. To get contacts. so I can do. So I can see the chat from way back there. Oh my god. I'm getting started so late, y'all. I'm sorry. I was driving hella slow on the way back home. There was 23 deer out on my whole drive home. That's a lot of deer. So I was trying to be careful. I don't need to hit another one. Oh my god. Alright. Taurus. You have the 2 of Cups. They have the 6 of Wands. The 8 of Cups is here in the connection. Three of Wands. King of Pentacles. The Lovers. Oh, 10 of Cups is in reverse. 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Huh. Hermit, 9 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Taurus. What the hell? Fucker. Taurus, what the fuck, man? Alright, so I was asking if this was a past situation. Now, again, this is the 2 of Cups. And I was, and if this person lived at a distance or if it was physical or, whatever. But anyways, That was for the Three of Wands. And what fucking comes out? The Two of Cups again. There's somebody that lives at a distance here. And of course, like I just said, the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. That you have a lot of love for, okay? I do feel like you have a choice between two individuals or two situations, two jobs, two whatever the case may be, okay? Two whatever. You have a choice here between two. It almost feels like... I don't even feel like you physically, I don't even feel like you communicate with whoever this is, to be honest with you. And you might have told yourself a million times you don't care about this individual or whatever the case may be. They are very much still in your energy for a reason. This energy, this feels interesting. This one feels like they are moving on here from you. It almost feels like they've communicated at some time that either one, they wanted to move on from this, they wanted to let go of this love, or they wanted to not be an option here, or something along these lines where it's like, I want to move away from this. Whether again physically or I'm getting both physically and emotionally, to be honest with you. I do want to see something here because this also feels like a... Because I have the choice of two, let me see what the second energy is. Hang on. Page of Wands. Nine of Cups. The Tower, the Hierophant, and the Hangman is at the bottom of the deck. Your energy is going in a different direction here. But you're unsure on whether or not you want to commit to it. It's like, do I give up my independence with the Nine of Cups, or do I have this commitment with whoever this energy is, okay? I do feel like this one is walking away, though. Or trying their best to. I feel like you both walked away from each other, in all honesty. But there's a lot of love here. Like a lot. It almost feels like whoever this is walking away is doing their best to try to rebuild here with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like I need to focus on myself with the Hermit and the King of Wands. I need to rebuild here. I need to just forget about this entire situation and move on. There could have been an idea of a family. I don't know if somebody was married or whatever the case may be, but or had children, or hopefully not a loss or something. But it almost feels like there was an idea of a family here, dynamic together, and the idea was lost somehow, some way here. Again, I don't know what the context is, so please keep that in mind. So there we go. That's what I have. Man, there's a lot of... what do you call it? Residual energies coming up this weekend. Dun 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 dun. Cappy. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Judgment card. Okay. Let's see, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. Oh boy. Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, Two of Swords. Huh. Judgment. Five of Wands is in reverse. Okay. King of Pentacles. That guy keeps showing up for everybody, huh? Ten of Wands. Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. You're showing me you want to work on something, but in time, it almost looks like you're window shopping. It's like, yeah, but if something better comes along, that's nice too. Now, I don't know what that means. If you're taking a temporary, like a job, like as a stepping stone for something better, or hopefully not a relationship with somebody, like a space filler. What do you call them? Time filler. I don't know what you call them. I don't know. It looks like you're working on something and giving something time, but at the same time it's like, well, if something better comes along, I'll take it. Okay. I don't know what that is. I feel like this energy can sense it, though, in all honesty, and that's why their guard is up with the Nine of Wands. I feel like they are open to commitment here. However, I feel like they feel the energy is not matching at this time. And because of that, again, their guard is up, and it's causing them to have a little bit of confusion on whether or not to even be in the dynamic. So I don't know if you guys are working on something together. I have no idea what y'all are doing, or what this is too, but it's a little sketchy. I'm not gonna lie. Now, for the Judgment card, there is a decision here that is being made. I do feel like whoever this is to you is doing their best to follow their intuition, and that's why the Five of Wands is in reverse. And they're doing their best to stick with what makes not only sense logically, but what feels right to them with the King of Pentacles. And right now, something doesn't feel right due to the Ten of Wands. It almost feels like it's activating a little bit of anxiety for whatever this is. So I'm getting fidgety. Something doesn't feel right. And I also feel like there's also it feels like it's hard to do what they know needs to be done with this Ten of Wands. And that's why they're second guessing. Should I not? So, I don't know. I don't know if this is an employer and they're offering you a job and you're like, yay, I'll take it. And they're like, well, I know this isn't exactly what you want, but, you know, I don't know. It looks sketchy. If it's not what you want, it's not what you want. But if it is I guess it depends on the context. I really don't know. I don't know what you're doing. And for those that I don't know apparently triggers you, I don't know what to tell you. Have you ever seen, I'm going to age myself with this, but Pee Wee Herman, when he's like, I don't know. Every time I hear, I read somebody say, stop saying I don't know, I want to yell it in that voice. It's my autism speaking out, sorry. I don't care. Oh, man. People are funny. I'm fucking weird. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, loud. Y'all, I got ID'd the other day. I was like, Are you looking for like a higher tip or something? Because you are all about the flattery, apparently. So that was very nice. I was like, thank you so much. Here's a tip. Oh, man. I was at the grocery store of all places. I was like, what the fuck? All you have to look at is 19. Here's my ID, 19. My birth year starts with 19. Oh my god. Virgo, what the fuck? Oh, 3 of Swords, what the fuck? Oh, shit. 5 of Pentacles. What's up with your cards? The Devil, Jesus. Okay. It's the King of Pentacles again. Huh. Why does... Very interesting. Queen of Cups. The World. The 9 of Wands wanted to come out. 9 of Wands. Page of Wands. 7 of Wands. Jesus. Chariot. 10 of Pentacles. Why are you being weird tonight, what's your name, Virgo? I did that to my kids the other day. I was looking at them, I was like, you know who I'm talking to. Oh, man. One more. 3 of Cups. Oh, 10 of Wands. You're showing me you are not interested in being hurt by a particular situation and or a person again. Your energy is still a little bit open to see what they are willing to do to, it almost feels like break down your walls or bring down your guardedness, or it's almost like, let's, if they come correct, or if they work really hard, or if they prove this or that, or whatever the case may be, I'll look and see what they do. But absolutely, like, it's almost like 99.9% no. Between the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Swords, you're like, not only no, but fuck no. But at the same time, you're like, it's almost like peeking behind the curtain and like, what you gonna do about it? What? Do you have chocolates to go with that apology? I don't know. It feels like something way more necessary than that, but it's funny the way it feels. This energy feels like they feel like they're being shut out here with the 5 of Pentacles. It feels honestly like an abandonment wound. I'm kind of surprised the King of Wands didn't show up, because it almost feels a little... Can y'all hear my dog snoring? I love her. Oh, man. It feels a little possessive, or not possessive, maybe the wrong word. It feels defensive, and it feels very defensive. In all honesty, it feels defensive. It does look like their main focus is on whatever it is they're building here with the 10 of Pentacles, but at the same time, there's a lack of trusting in whatever relationship this is, or those closest around them, from eventually leaving. It almost looks like eventually everyone leaves anyways. So let me focus on what I can for me. Okay. I don't like the way it feels rushed with the Chariot. It almost feels like a love bombing energy. Usually when somebody has deep rooted fears about being like having some sense of abandonment, then they're going to try to rush a connection to try and solidify it so that they feel safe in their placement of said connection, whatever this is. And usually not the best. It is a pattern of theirs with the devil here, with the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I'm getting that attachment, this sense of attachment here very strongly. There could be, I'm getting a heavy earth, water energy with these two. I know that's what the element is, but I'm getting, I don't know, maybe somebody has that in their chart very strongly here. It almost feels like something newer. And if this energy is, say for example, you've been dealing with this person for years or whatever the case may be, they could have tried to start something newer in the last, I'm getting 9 months. For some reason, I'm getting 9 months. Why am I getting 9 months? I don't know. Weird. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, Lord. Aquarius. I would just be very careful with that, y'all. That, it feels love bomby as fuck. Not good. Somebody, I feel like you need to look up trauma bond. Hang on. What the fuck? King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. King of Wands. Ha! See, motherfucker? Oh, man. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. This, y'all need to be careful. There is something here very underlying here that is a huge issue. You need to be very careful. I don't know who this is, what this is. And if you're cross-watching, maybe it's you. And be self-aware if, you know, you have these issues, okay? As long as you're actively working on them, that's fine. If you're not, that's kind of the bigger red flag, okay? So, and if you're aware, that's great. But if you're not working on them, that's even a bigger red flag because then you're just a self-aware asshole. That's nice. If you don't know what it is, look up trauma bonding and what do you call it? Love bombing. Trauma bonding and love bombing. Love bombing. Try to say that 5 times really fast. Oh, man. Okay, now let's go on that. Aquarius. 43. That was hella long. Whoa. Judgment. For the connection, you've got the 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands. Let me see the Judgment. 9 of Cups, Five of Swords, the Three of Swords. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Magician. King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. It looks like you're making the decision here to focus on your healing, whatever this is, this Three of Swords. I do feel like there's going to be some type of conflict and some, I don't know if the harsh words are going to be spoken or if somebody is going to become defensive or argumentative here with the Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Three of Swords, Five of Swords. Kind of feels like it, in all honesty. I do feel like you are going to end up making some kind of a decision here to distance yourself here with the Nine of Cups and the Judgment card. At least for over the weekend, there's some kind of a distancing here. I do feel like it is to deal with whatever these feelings are. Now, this energy, I do feel like they have a tendency to be more, I don't want to say selfish. It feels like their main concern has been for a while to focus on themselves. Now, I don't know, again, what your context is. If this is a person that has been single for quite a while, then that would make sense. But if you have been with this person, say, for example, for, 10 years, obviously that's a fucking issue. Please remember, I don't know what your context is, okay? It's just the energy I'm seeing. It looks like I said, that they've been focused on themselves for quite a while, even though something has been dealing or causing them quite a bit of stress. They are starting to step a little bit out of their head here with the Nine to the dropping to the Eight of Swords. However, not completely, obviously. And I do feel like because of that, they end up creating a bit of a shit show. We usually do that whenever we humans like to get caught up in our head and let our minds run the show. I feel like they start running, like their mind starts running with them and they end up creating a bit of a issue here. I don't know who this is, but it does look a little, it almost feels like a flip of the switch. They might have been stressing out about, whatever this is for a while and you might not even know about it. It almost feels like festering. Ooh. And then all of a sudden it's like they can't take it anymore. So then they just kind of create, oh my God. It's like within the theater of their own mind, they create these scenarios and then they end up just kind of blurting it out or whatever it is that they've been thinking about. It's like, why didn't you just bring it up when it wasn't an issue? And now because you've created all these scenarios in your head, it's now all of a sudden a way bigger issue than it could have been had you just addressed it with me. So it kind of feels like that. So they have a hard time getting out of their head. Okay. Alrighty. Libra. I can't see. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I woke her up. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep. Libra, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. They've got the Page of Cups, and then we've got the Knight of Wands here. Let me see the Eight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oh boy. Nine of Pentacles, and then the Devil. Oh boy. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Two of Wands for the connection. King of Pentacles again. I think this guy has shown up for everyone now, hasn't he? I don't know. Six of Swords. Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. All right. You're showing me you're doing your best to hold back at some level here. I do feel like there's a lesson here that you're not learning here at the level you're supposed to be. I feel like you're almost distracting yourself with something else to be working on. And it looks to be financial or something around your stability, your home, something here tangible that you're trying to distract yourself. But there's a lesson that you're avoiding here. I also feel like there's a person you're trying to avoid as well. I feel like there's a person you're trying to avoid. Or a conversation you're trying to avoid. Now, this energy, it's very interesting because you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So there's some kind of accountability or a message you're refusing to send or something along these lines. I have a feeling it's got a lot to do with whatever the lesson is. Theirs is upright, though. It almost feels like they are purposely holding back here with the Four of Pentacles, but their mind still at times drifts to you with the Eight of Swords, especially with the Ace of Wands. I know I'm not your one and only tarot reader, so I already know you know what that means. But they don't, especially when it's mixed with the Devil. And the Knight of Wands, there's a lot of, if this is a romantic thing, especially one that wasn't healthy, it feels very sexual or passionate in nature. It feels like this energy does not want just that. They want something more here, but yeah. Now with this one, for the connection itself, like I said, it just looks like they want something more here. They want something more sustainable, more substantial, and they're moving on in order to get that, wherever that may be, even if it's not here with you. Obviously, if that's not a romantic thing, please don't take the sexual energy, or it could just be something that's passionate, or the chemistry, or, and that can be between a lot of people. You have your work besties, your whatever besties, you know what I mean? And it's like people like to banter back and forth. It's a nice flow whenever it's organic like that. So, but it feels like one wants more than what the other did or does. So, hi everybody. I can't see the chat from way over here because I'm blind. So whenever I change the banner, I can kind of like get little glimpses. So. How are you guys? Oh, man. How are you back? Hello. You guys are the bestest. All right, Gemini. Time. Gemini. Knight of Wands. Judgment. Two of Wands. See the Knight of Wands? Ace of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Six of Pentacles, the Wheel, the Chariot. Okay, let me see the two. Okay, the Moon, the Hermit, the Lovers. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. This looks like you're wanting to collaborate with somebody here. It does look like you're wanting to kind of rush in with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords and work with whoever this is with the Three of Pentacles. I don't know what the project is, if it's a relationship, a work thing, or what exactly. But there's something that's a little unsettling here with the Five. Am I too loud for you? I'm sorry. With the Five of Wands. It's almost like something's like, well, it feels like you want to do this, but there's something here where it's like, why can't I, or why haven't we, or, whatever. It's like a question. I'm getting a question mark here. I know that's not a question mark, but it feels like a question mark. Now on this side, this energy looks like it looks like they're dealing with other energies that don't necessarily have a hell of a lot to do with you, in all honesty. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles, it feels like their energy is being pulled in a lot of different directions. And they're trying to close the doors on what is not being reciprocated for them at this time so that they can continue to move forward. So it almost feels like whatever it is you're questioning is a part of this aspect. It's almost like it's not you, it's a me thing, which I'm not, again, I don't know what the context is, so I don't know if this is, like I said, a relationship or what, but it just looks like they're dealing with a lot, so I wouldn't take anything too personally, in all honesty. Yeah, I wouldn't take anything too personally, especially here with the Two of Wands, the Moon, the Hermit, the Lovers. It does look like they're just doing a lot of reflection right now and trying to weed out what's good for them, what's not. So it looks fine on my end, at least for the weekend. So I don't know. It doesn't look bad. Cool. Dun 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 dun. Scorpio. I don't know why I said it like that. Like I was an extra on a Dracula movie. What the hell? 57. I'm so tired, you guys. We're going Mimi's after this. I am not lively at this time. It is so past my bedtime. For those of you that don't know, I'm really old. I don't look it. Oh, man. Well, I'm ready to go to bed. It's like 3 hours. What time is it? It's like 3 hours past my bedtime. 4 hours past my bedtime. Eight of Pentacles again. That and the King of Pentacles keep coming out tonight. Three of Wands. Okay. There we go. Let me see the Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Page of Swords. The Lovers. Well, you look good. You look like you're working on yourself, maybe going to the gym, changing up something to do with yourself. Be careful doing anything too drastic, especially with Venus in retrograde. You're going to be driven to do that, but please be careful. Don't do anything like semi-permanent tattoos or hairstyles, drastic hairstyle cuts or anything like that. Please don't. But it does look like you are working on you. I'm getting like a change here in some kind of style or appearance here. Now, with the Page of Swords and the Lovers, it almost looks like you're keeping an eye on whatever this is, this connection is here. Do you have a choice here between two? Yes. Oh, Lord. They've got the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Empress, the Five of Cups. This is an energy that looks like there's a bit of confusion here, walking away and losing you. Why am I getting another energy? Let me see the Lovers. Hang on. The Magician, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. If it's not two people, then you are disappointed in this energy coming. What is this? Like their follow through and investing, or at least trying to match you or something. There's some kind of a disappointment there in the way they showed up. I don't know if it's another energy or if you were hoping for them to come in with a different energy, because it feels very different from what they're showing up as. I hope that makes sense. So it feels a little odd. But there is... It's like the main focus is you. Why would they lose you if the main focus is... Did you tell them that? Let me see the Three of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Tower. Five of Swords. Oh, Five of Wands is here. You might have expressed that you needed some time or some space from whoever, whatever this is. I do feel like it could have caused a little bit of conflict here. I feel like there was inward conflicts before there was outward, due to the fact the Tower is here. I feel like it might end up blowing up a little bit, in all honesty, if it hasn't already. Oh my God, that felt amazing. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's weird. It's like they look like, unless this is another energy, I don't know. It looks like this one is really tore up about having to walk away for whatever reason, and overall losing you. There's a lot of confusion here. It doesn't make sense. Unless it's two energies and this is just the one. I don't know. I guess, I don't know, people are weird. People do things that go against what they truly want all the time. So even if they wanted to come in a new energy, they can express, or in their energy field at least, how much they regret losing somebody and still never come correct. So, I mean, I get it. It's just really annoying, energetically speaking, trying to sort it. So, yeah. All right, Cancer. Cancer. Did I put... No. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, because why not? Again, why not? The Chariot, there you are. You see the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Okay. The Temperance, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Eight of Cups. Three of Swords. The Wheel. Five of Swords. Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. All right. Your energy is very slowly moving towards this other energy to you. I do feel like there's a lot of history here. I am getting children here. I don't know if somebody is pregnant or somebody has children, or the thoughts of, I don't know, like a blended family, or if if this is a sibling dynamic or a parent-child dynamic, or if you've known each other since childhood. I don't know. There's something about a child here, or children, a childlike. But there's a lot of stress here in regards to that. Whoever, whatever this is. Now with this one looks like they're wanting to heal and work on things and move forward, but at the same time they end up walking away from it just as quickly as they decide to work on this, with the Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like, and it's not even a 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because there's no Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, or Seven of Cups. It's just, I can see why you would be stressing out about this. It's like, is this going to stay or go? Well, they don't know, because the energy feels just as strong with the Eight of Pentacles as it does with the Eight of Cups. It's almost like taking 2 steps forward and then 5 steps back. So it's weird. I do feel like it has a lot to do with some type of trauma or healing that they need to do from a past situation with the Wheel of Fortune. Also, with the way that they handle conflict is not necessarily the healthiest. If you're able to, I would compare your birth charts and read the communication and how you both communicate. If you compare the charts, if you don't know this, I personally use time passages or astrograph, and you can go in there and compare the charts and go under communication and read the aspects and what would be the communication blockages here, because I do feel like there's something here. Not only in communication, it almost feels like I would read the solar return. I'm getting a solar return with this Wheel of Fortune as well. I would read the communication and the solar return for this year and next year. And if you don't know what a solar return is, you go under the charts and you put in your information like you would a birth chart, but it would go based on your birthday of one particular year. So for example, 2024, your birthday of 2024 on or right before or right after up until this year, 2025, your birthday on or about. And then for 2025, it would be this birthday to 2026. So I hope that makes sense. But there's something here that is blocking them. And I'm getting it's to do with their chart, astrologically speaking. Not to blame everything on that. I'm not like that. I'm not trying to use that as a scapegoat, but there's something very strong here. I'm getting very strong here about something that they're like, they're needing to overcome it, and it's stronger than what they have the means of overcoming by themselves without any type of clarity or awareness here, is what I'm getting. It's very interesting the way that comes in. I don't know. Alright, Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, you've got the 3 of Cups. They've got the 5 of Wands. 4 of Wands is here. The Hierophant. The Ace of Cups. 7 of Wands. Knight of Swords with their 5 of Wands. That's too many. King of Swords is in reverse. 10 of Cups is in reverse. 8 of Wands is in reverse for the 4 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is upright. The Devil. The 10 of Wands is here. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so for the 3 of Cups, you got the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and I wanted to clarify the 7 of Wands because I was like, are you really resisting this? Because it looks like this is really what you want. The 7 of Wands comes out again. Yeah, you're trying to resist this, at least energetically. Now, if you are, say, for example, excited about the prospect of coming together or coming back together with someone, however, you have like a little bit of hesitation or a little bit of anxiety, or you fidget, or, you know, whatever the case may be, or like just the slightest question, the littlest inkling, this is your energy telling you to resist it for whatever reason. Okay, 2 7 of Wands from 2 different decks. This is your energy. Okay, I'm telling you. There is an energy, though, of you guys coming together or coming back together. I would be very careful of it because your energy is telling me no for a reason. Now, on their side, the 8 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Y'all, if something has ended, you need to let it rest. I promise you. They've got the 5 of Wands, so this is individual or whatever this is, whoever this is not currently listening to their intuition. The Knight of Swords, they're acting a little irrationally, very quickly. The King of Swords is in reverse. That's not usually a good sign, especially attached with the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is a very emotionally avoidant, very inept kind of individual. Now, if you're cross-watching, take a, an attachment style quiz from a reputable source, of course, and see what kind of attachment style you are, because, and again, roles can be reversed, so please be self-aware enough to know what's going on. If you don't, then maybe the message is just not for you, at this time anyways. But this right here, this combination is not good. This is a very cold individual, somebody that can cut things off on a whim whenever they feel like it. And it's not necessarily, they might feel like it's a superpower, but it's not. Okay, hurt people hurt people. Please remember that. Now for the connection, what's interesting is the Four of Wands is here. Commitment. There's a lack of communication at some level here. It could have been a lack over time. It could have been whatever the case may be. But the Devil is here. I have a feeling somebody uses stonewalling or gaslighting here. Again, not being emotionally available or not being able to open up or freely communicate or be transparent. There's something here that is just not healthy. I'm telling you right now, your energy is rejecting this for a reason, okay? These are literally a million reasons. I would be very careful, okay? Again, I don't know what the context is. I don't know if it's a love situation, a friendship that, is, trying to come back from the grave or, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't personally care for the energy this weekend anyways. So I would be very careful about anything coming back together. I keep saying back together, coming together or back together over this weekend, because it doesn't look like it would come together in the best way. And if it does come back together, it's not going to last for very long. Not with the Devil, at least not in the way that you're hoping for it to come. I would be careful, because it looks like you're manifesting one way with the where'd you go? With the Hierophant, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups. These are very beautiful energies that you want. But I feel like your highest self is rejecting this because it knows better. So I would be careful. I know that's really depressing, but sorry. Okay, the end. Let me drag you closer to me so I can read, because I can't see. Oh, boy. I just probably made you really dizzy. I'm sorry. How are you guys? What's up? What's up, guys? And it's like hella late. Y'all probably want to go to bed now. Hey, Mojo. Hey, Hello World. Doris, Teresa, Derek. Oh, I've missed you too, Pack. What's up? Reaction King. Hey, Laughter. Who's Laughter? Hey, Aubrey, Brooke. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate you. Y'all are the bestest. How's the week been? Don't risk driving at night. I have to drive at night. It was so pretty. Oh my gosh. Every star is like visible right now out here. I love being in the country, but so many dang deer. Yeah. But yeah, I have to, not every night, but some nights I have to drive. So it was either that or, sleep out there in my truck, which absolutely not. It was like 44 degrees out there for some reason. It's crazy. Crazy. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, how's everybody? Y'all good? I'm going to, I have work and a bunch of stuff I have to do tomorrow. I'm going to attempt to finish my fence. I still have not finished my fence because every time I'm off, it's raining or my neighbors are burning brush and ashes and everything is flying everywhere. So I have not been able to finish my fence. So I'm going to attempt to finish that this weekend. That being said, Sunday nights, I should be on here to do a live for the for the week reading. And then come the week, I should be back on track to start like normal, my fire, earth signs, blah, 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 and go on. So, yeah. Yes, I am ready for warm weather too. Yes, yes, very much. But yeah. So I'll be back. Demo scene. What the hell? But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up in like 5 hours. So, but y'all have a good one. I'll see you. Have a good weekend. Bye. Oh, bye, Mojo. Bye, Hollow. Good night, y'all. You too. Bye.